Everybody happy with the first row?
Yes.
I hope so. New color, light green. Sevens look like that. X's look like that. I've been teaching math for 20 years. You think I'm going to change? So you better learn the difference between X's and sevens. Yeah. W? Where do you see a W?
First line you went like this.
Questions from the second line. Okay. Why would I choose purple? Wrong. Why would I, no problem, choose purple? This is your first test, Jordy. No. 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 You have not paid attention.
Because it's your favorite color.
Thank you, Abby.
You guys were going with like the logical answers. I just gotta think back to kindergarten for a second.
What are you trying to say? I behave like a 5-year-old?
No.
I behave like a 5-year-old?
No. It's a lot easier than it's your favorite color.
I've never ever seen a kid do that.
I don't know why anybody gets mad. Your brain doesn't let you hurt yourself. Like, I don't understand why kids ever did that and parents said anything about it. If you hold your breath, your brain will not let you hurt yourself. It will save you. You know, my son likes to hold his breath through tunnels and over bridges. You said bridge. He likes to hold his breath over bridges and under tunnels. How many of you have been to Astoria, Oregon? Any of you? Where they filmed the Goonies? Astoria? Nothing? Yeah. There's like a 4-mile long bridge over. And my son's like, oh yeah, bridge, I'm going to do it. I'm like, boy, you will not do it. And he's like, yes, I can, Dad. Because my son can hold his breath for like 3 minutes. He used to practice. He used to practice in the bathtub when he was like 2. I'd go into the bathtub and he'd be face down in the tub. Grab him, pull him out. What are you doing, Dad? I'm practicing holding my breath. Little. No, not really, but in my head. Then when we go to swimming pools, when he was like 6, he would do it. He'd dive off the diving board and sit on the bottom of the pool, blowing out his ears so they didn't hurt. And he'd sit down there forever. And the lifeguard one time said, what the? And I'm like, oh yeah, he's practicing holding his breath. You'll learn. But yeah, he can hold his breath for almost 3 minutes at his record. Now he hasn't been practicing a long time, so now it's down to 2 is his best time. But still, 2 minutes is a long time. Anyways, back to purple, my favorite color. Everybody good? Spectacular. Orange. Holy. How can everybody have been good 1 second ago and then I move it? Oh, scroll up a little. Somebody's lying. Or I made a mistake. Where? It's positive 6 because it's been moved down to the denominator. Because there is no such thing as a negative exponent. As is noted on law 7. In many colors. A veritable rainbow of math. Now, I will accept 3 to the 12th over 5 to the 12th. Because 5 to the 12th is such a gigantic number that even if you had your calculator, it would take you forever to write it out. And really, what's more important to me, that you know the exponent law or that you can go 5 x to the y 1, 2 equals? Which is the better skill? Knowing the exponent laws. With enough bananas, I can teach a monkey to do math on a calculator. I don't actually know how many monkeys eat bananas. I don't know why it's become that, but I hear that some do. Another thing that people don't know about monkeys is they peel their bananas upside down.
I did know that.
Because you hold it by the thing, and then you never have to break the stem and mush up the top of your banana. You just pinch, and it opens. It's way better. One time I told my kid that, and he said, he was like 4. I said, son, you got to eat your banana upside down. He's like, how will I peel it with my feet? And to this day, I do not know if he was kidding at 4 or if he was being an idiot. I don't know. I just walked away. What?
Like, is it like normal to like open a banana by just cracking it in half?
No, that's weird, dude. I'm sorry. I know we're taught to accept everybody, but I've never seen anybody bust a banana open in the middle. That's crazy. Now, maybe, Jordy, you are a true visionary. And you are maybe you are the future of banana eating. Although you must be careful because a few years ago, there was a massive virus in the banana crop, and there was a problem with bananas. Because as you all are well aware, you're learning science. What's missing when you bite into a banana that's in every other fruit? Seeds. The bananas we eat have been genetically, not engineered, but genetically selected to have no seeds, which means they don't have genetic diversity, because they're grown from cuttings of other banana plants. So when a virus hit the banana crop, it screwed us over. In reality, there's like 80 kinds of bananas. There's purple ones, there's blue ones, there's little red ones. But the real banana, the very first banana, had so many seeds in them you couldn't even eat it. And they're also more like plantains. If any of you have eaten plantains, you will know what I mean. Plantains are like as hard as a potato. You can't just peel them and eat them. You have to cook them. So, but you, maybe, Jordy, could bust a plantain in half without bruising it because they're very, very
It's just how
thick.
I was raised, you know. Like,
I know.
In my house, we don't peel bananas.
Dude, it's okay. I accept you. This is a safe space, even for weird banana peelers. You are all welcome here. Peel your bananas however you see fit. I'm sure there is at least one person in this room that actually eats the core of an apple, too.
I feel like
You say ooh, but I know personally like 10 people that do it. Yes, they eat the core.
They also eat their banana peels?
I don't know anybody that eats their banana peels.
my friend eats the leaf on top of strawberries.
Really? Eats the whole strawberry? How many of you eat a whole kiwi? How many of you eat a kiwi like an apple? And how many of you cut it in the middle and use a spoon? I know, right? Because the outside is gross. I know, it's like, I know, it's hairy. But do you eat peaches? Or see, I used to not eat peaches. And then my girlfriend in grade 12, her mom's like, do you want a peach? I'm like, no, I don't like peaches. Why don't you like peaches? They're fuzzy. Have you ever eaten a peach? No. So why won't you eat them? Because they're fuzzy. Whatever. Then she said, hey, you want a nectarine? And I said, no. And she said, why? Because they'll taste like peaches. You mean that thing you've never tasted? I said, yeah. And she said, so what you're saying is you won't eat a nectarine because it will taste fuzzy. And I said, yes. And then she was like, you're a weird kid. But now I love peaches and nectarines. No, food in can is gross. I used to think pineapple was gross. And I had a friend who's like, have you ever had pineapple? Yeah, I've got it on pizza. It's disgusting. That's pineapple in a tin. Try real pineapple. So I ate some real pineapple. It was delicious. That opened my eyes. Then I was like, maybe I'll try peaches. Maybe I'll try pears. I was right about pears. Pears are disgusting all the time. Pears are so gross. No. Yes, pears are perfect for this long amount of time, Mantosh. This long. Hey, this pear looks really good. I'm about to bite it. It's perfect. Oh, it's already ruined. Before you can even get it to your mouth is how quick a pear goes from perfect to garbage. Huh? I hear talk of apple pears. I don't believe they exist because I've never had one. I've also heard talk of gropples.
They're called apple.
Gropples, grape apples. I don't believe they exist. And quite frankly, if they exist because people decided they wanted grape apples, not because they would ever grow normally. I don't know.
You tell me it's just the
How many people got that one right? Okay. That 12's a little hard to read. Everybody still good? You're badass.
No, but this is actually better because if anyone else wants the other half, then you just give it.
I hear what you're saying. I am not close-minded, Jordy. I agree that that's a perfectly acceptable way to open a banana. I've just have never seen it. And as you all know, weird is in the eye of the beholder. If I have never seen it, then it must be weird to me. That doesn't necessarily make it weird. Well, of course it can be good. That's why anything changes ever. Somebody had to do something weird before we made a change. What? What? Watermelon is delicious. 17. Okay. The 2 and the B are both squared. So the square has to go to both because of the brackets. So 2 squared is 4. B squared is B squared. 5 squared is 25. C squared is C squared. Now, if it was this, you would leave it because that square doesn't affect the 2. But because of those brackets, that square does go to everything. La la la. I have trouble seeing that one. I will accept m to the 0, but 1 is simpler. Everybody still good? Going once? Going twice? Yeah, if it's bad printing, no one's in trouble, right? No one's in trouble if the printing is bad. Sarav, 23. That's -4 and -1, right? So when I'm multiplying, there's 2 ways to look at it. You could just know the law. I'm multiplying, so I have to add. -4 plus -1. I'm at -4, and I'm adding 1 more negative, so I go to -5. So I have a to the -5, which isn't allowed, so it becomes 1 over a to the 5th. The other way to look at it is a to the -4 can't exist, so it's 1 over a to the 4th, right? Times 1 over a to the 1. 1 times 1 is 1. A to the 4th, a to the 1, add them, a to the 5th. Those are the 2 ways you could look at it. I saw another hand over on my right, your left. Riley May. Yes, it is. So 5 minus negative 5 is 5 plus 5. The other way to look at it is this negative 5 can't exist, right? So it has to come up to the top. Now I have 5 S's and 5 more S's, which is 10 S's. I shouldn't have said up on top. I should have said into the numerator. I'm sorry, everyone. Yeah? Yeah. I did 2 rows with light blue. That bothers me.
Can you do like green?
Sure. Dark green, light green.
Lime green. Green is
1. Now, if you read this as an x, that is a to the 7th x. If you read that as times, it is a to the 7th. I will accept either one. Is everybody good? A to the 8th, B to the 6th, which is a fun word to say. A lot of people don't say 6th right. Oh, it should be B to the 12th. Thank you. 12th is also fun to say because it has an F and then a TH. No. I'm not going to take a mark off. I'll circle it and say we don't normally write it that way. But unlike a lot of other people who may or may not have taught you math, I am much, infinitely more interested in the fact that you are doing it right, not conventions of writing like that. Are we all good? All right. What's this class today? Goes till 11:08. Okay. You are going to do, not right now, because we're going to play a few games because it's a fun day. You people are responsible. Now, please notice, I have circled various questions on here, yes? On pages 16 and 17. Those questions are kind of the bare minimum. If you do those, you get them all right, you're probably going to end up with a B on this test when we get to it. You want that A? You practice a little more. That's why you have that there. And all of your work will be like this. I will give you a piece of work with a recommended amount of work to do on it. Usually, oh, this is a bad one, because this unit I don't have textbook pages for it. But there will often be something here with a recommended amount of questions to do on the particular page. That recommended is the bare minimum. If you do those and you get them all, you're in good shape. If you want that A, or that exceeds expectations, or whatever the heck we're going to start marking you people as, because it doesn't matter what we call it, it always is some kind of scale. Just for some strange reason, exceeds expectations sounds better and doesn't stress you out as much as A. But I am not in charge of this. I don't understand how your people's brains work that you think that A is different than exceeds expectations, but a great many people do. So if you want that, you will do more practice. Mantosh. You can't exceed expectations math. That's the other stupid thing. X is 7. There's no way to exceed my expectation. I know. I'm aware of that. It's stupid. But that is what happens when you get people making decisions over a vast array of things and applying it to everything. It's kind of like, remember how we taught you in grade 2 not to make generalizations about people? And then we go ahead and the people in charge of your education make generalizations about it. That's called hypocrisy, which drives me up the wall. Harry. Yes, but then why would it be in grade 10? Because there is a list of things you're supposed to learn in grade 10. Yeah, okay. But then what would be the point of me giving that question? Exactly. If I give you a question, there's only one right answer. Right? Abby. When it happens. No. When it happens. It will be sometime after page 48. But the more astute members of the class will notice that there is a quiz right there. But quizzes are nothing to worry about, are they? Why not? They don't count against your grade. They only let you know, holy crap, I thought I was good at exponents, but I actually stink at them. I better practice more. Or, holy crap, I thought I was crap at exponents, but I kicked this quiz's ass. I guess I'm okay. Or, all right. And I'm not going to do anything about it because I'm all right. Any questions? Lovely. On Monday, I expect page 16 and 17 done. I'm going to write that on the board right now. We are going to play some games in class right now. We may stop playing games before the bell rings, which would give you some time to work, or we may not. I don't know. What's the date, Monday? No, dude, today's the 6th. Okay. The first thing we are going to do is a game I do every so often just to wake your brains up. On the screen behind me will come up a picture or some words or something that looks like a saying or a song title or a place that you know. But it's never what's written on the screen. The example is right there in front of Connor. You see the words knee and you see the word light. That is neon light. Does everybody understand? Because the knee is on the word light. It is not knee over light. It is not knee divided by light. Okay? It has to be something that you know of or a saying that you have heard. Okay? When I put the picture up behind me, the first person to guess will earn 1 gummy bear. I use gummy bears as currency in this classroom. Now, part of my job as a teacher of math in British Columbia is to teach you financial literacy. Here is the problem with that. You're all in pre-dip. You're all planning to go to university for the most part. Universities do not care if you can balance a checkbook or not. They do not care if you know how credit cards work. As a matter of fact, universities don't want you to understand finance, so you will take $1 billion in student loans and go to their school. So, they don't care. As a result of that, it is very difficult in the pre-dip class to teach, and in IB, to teach finance stuff. Because there is so much math you need to learn. Everybody cool? So I teach you finance stuff with really the only thing you need to know about financial money or finance stuff for the rest of your lives. All of financial literacy can be summed up in one word. This is your lesson on it. Save. Done. Okay? If you win a gummy bear from me, you may walk over to my freezer and take 1 gummy bear out of the barrel that is in there. You'll get a gummy bear, just like you would get a paycheck. Or you may leave that gummy bear in my freezer and earn interest on that gummy bear at a very competitive rate, compounded weekly. which means if your gummy bear sits in my fridge, you will have more gummy bears than the original one. If you earn more gummy bears throughout the year, you may deposit them in the First Abbey International Savings Bank of Gummy Bears. I have a spreadsheet. I keep track. You may make withdrawals from it, just like a real bank. But it is not a credit card. You cannot go into gummy bear debt, which is not like real life. In real life, if you get paid $100 in Canada, a Canadian spends $110, which is why our country is in big trouble. Because everybody owes, for every dollar they earn, they owe $1.10. So every dollar the average Canadian earns, they are actually going 10 cents into debt. Actually, that is an actual statistic. Because Canadians feel the need to have 3 snowmobiles for the winter, and then 3 quads for the summer. No. We spend more money than we earn because we all have credit cards. We have to have a fridge that has a TV in it. We have to have a house that we can call from Ecuador and say, house, lock the doors, rather than, for free, locking our door. Because we, as Canadians, feel we should have everything in the world, even if we can't afford it. I am guilty of this as well. I have stuff I do not need because I wanted it. And then I complained that I don't make enough money. I make a crap ton of money compared to the rest of the world. If I took my salary to 90% of the countries in the world, I would be filthy, stinking rich. I would be the Donald Trump of Venezuela. But I am not, because I live in Canada and I blow all my money. Right? And also because corporations know how stupid we are. They sell me a pickup truck that is worth $10,000 and I pay $80,000 for it. Why? Because I have $80,000. That same pickup is sold in Mexico for $30,000. Why? Because those people won't spend $80,000 on a car. But that's for a story for another day. Back to financial literacy. You have a choice. You can save your gummy bears. You can get your gummy bears. You can save a bunch of gummy bears and make gummy bear withdrawals when you were in gummy bear withdrawal. Second joke of the day. Now you have a choice. Which was better? Lettuce cabbages, or you can make a gummy bear withdrawal when you're in gummy bear withdrawal. Second one, and Caden is lettuce cabbages. Interesting. All right, everybody cool? Ready for the game? Go. Dinner to go. Avnor, will you take gummy bears or will you invest your gummy bears? Pardon me, Avnor? You will invest your gummy bears? Lily? Oh, that's okay. Is there anything I have said that wasn't something you should have heard? No, I know, I understand, but I will stop now because I don't want it to go forever. But is there anything I have said that was not a good lesson? So I don't really mind. The one thing about what? That was a great lesson. I should have recorded that.